The new year is coming, and there is a lot that is on my personal wish list for Train Sim World 3. It's already been confirmed that we're getting a new UK route, we're getting a new US route, as well as a new route for Germany. They have previously talked about upgrading some of the Train Sim World 2 routes with Train Sim World 3 features, so Boston Sprinter is included with that. I don't know what other routes they plan on upgrading to give them new clouds and dynamic weather, but I do hope that they bring the new lighting system to these old Train Sim World 2 routes as well. I doubt that they're going to do it to all of them, but it would be nice to see them improve most of them. What I want to talk about in this video are dynamic events. In Train Sim World, we have scenarios. Not too many scenarios come with each route or with each locomotive, but once you play them a handful amount of times, it kind of gets repetitive and predictable. You know exactly what is going to occur on that scenario, exactly how the runs are going to occur, as there really is no variation on them. That also applies to timetable mode in Train Sim World as well. There are a pretty large number of services for each locomotive, or at least for the most part, each locomotive in the game, but once you play a handful of services, you kind of have the general idea of what's going to happen on that service throughout the timetable. On one of my favorite routes for Train Sim World, Boston Sprinter, there aren't that many services for the Northeast Regional ACS 64 locomotive. I've already played them all probably 3 to 5 times each, and it has definitely gotten to a point where I can almost predict exactly what's going to happen in said service. I'm not sure if signals are fully dynamic in Train Sim World. I am assuming so, as sometimes when I intentionally make my service late, or if I happen to be early, I will notice a few variations in what is happening on the timetable. But for the most part, if you are on time, you're going to get the same exact outcome and journey for the same service that you play. And I personally don't like that. I would rather it operate more like the real railways, where whether you were late or not, every time you play a service, maybe there could be a setting in the options menu that determines different factors, different events that could occur, and the percent chance that they could occur in case you want to turn on dynamic events or have them off. For example, if you want to play timetable mode and you want there to be track work that occurs, maybe you have to slow down and sound the horn, maybe you have to diverge onto another track then switch back. There being an option for something like that to occur randomly in specific spots to where each time you play you don't know when it's going to occur or where it's going to occur, and of course how it's going to affect the schedule of the train that you're currently driving, that would be something really, really awesome to see. Maybe even delays or latenesses of other services ahead of you or coming in the other direction. What if there are signal malfunctions? That would definitely slow things down. Or maybe the train that's in front of you heading the same direction, maybe a passenger pulled the emergency cord and the train had to come to a stop. Now that's going to cause delays for you and the trains that are behind you, especially if it's during a very, very busy time of day. Those are the kinds of things that we need, and there are so many other factors to that that could contribute to random events. In Train Sim World 3, weather is dynamic, or it can be set to be dynamic, so there could definitely be even weather or seasonal related changes with dynamic events. The weather could be nice and all of a sudden it starts snowing pretty heavily out of nowhere and you receive a double pantograph order. Even things like that could occur. Like, that would just completely change the game and give it more replay value. I want to have more reason to actually want to come back into the game and play the same service again, because every time I play it, I have a different outcome. No one should ever have to go into a service, play the same service 10 times and get the same 10 outcomes. That's no fun. I think Dovetail giving players flexibility for this would be awesome too, like to be able to specify which random events they want to occur, if they want specific ones to either either occur or not occur. And then of course choosing the percent chance that it happens. So if you would prefer no weather related delays or weather related events, then you could turn that off. Or if you don't prefer track work and you don't want to see that occur while you're playing your timetable services, then you could turn that off. Having specific options that players can choose from would be really nice. Let me know down below what you guys think of the whole idea of having random events in Train Sim World. It's definitely a possibility, as this was actually included on Dovetail Games' latest survey for Train Sim World 3. There were a handful of other things. They talked about VR support, they talked about multiplayer, I saw random or dynamic events. So I guess it is possible that they are considering it. I guess they want to see how players are ranking these things in the survey, I guess to see what the priority is and what they should focus on possibly implementing into the game. But let me know down below what you guys think of dynamic events, and if you have any more ideas for random things that could occur while playing timetable mode, share them below. I love you guys, thank you for watching, take care, and happy rail simming.